Expelled ANC Youth League President Julius Malema claims that Public Protector Thuli Madonsela never interviewed him during her probe into the 52 million rand tender that the Limpopo Transport Department awarded to a company called On Point. The engineering company is linked to Malema. Madonsela has found that Malema unlawfully benefited from the tender. Madonsela says the company paid millions of rand to companies, including Malema's Ratanang Family Trust. Speaking during a visit to the Slovo informal settlement west of Johannesburg, Malema accused Madonsela of finding him guilty in absentia.
You can't find a man guilty in absentia. Those who respect the law, they must treat all of us equal. You can't say to a man in absentia, you are guilty and therefore we are going to take everything you have and let you walk naked. Even if I can remain naked, remain without property, I know I can come and squat with you here.
Basic Education Director General Bobby Subriyan has told Parliament that he's been having sleepless nights about the department's 2012-2013 financial report. He presented the department's 2011 and 2012 annual report to Parliament's Basic Education Portfolio Committee. The department spent 91% of its 200 billion rand budget in the past financial year. Recently, President Jacob Zuma requested the Public Service Commission to investigate Subriyan following a presidential task team's reports on the late delivery of textbooks in Limpopo. Subriyan explains.
The audit opinion for the current financial year, 2012-13, is going to be quite a challenge. There are many things I have sleepless nights about. You can well imagine I don't sleep much these days. But one of the many reasons I have sleepless nights about is that for the interventions, as I've said, we don't get money, but we have to do things. And it's been very, very difficult.
Former Fidentia boss J. Arthur Brown is blaming the curators who are investigating the alleged misappropriation of trust funds that his company had administered for his woes. He's been speaking outside the Western Cape High Court, where his fraud case was yet again postponed, this time to find a new judge to hear the trial. A new trial date has been set for the 6th of next month. Brown says he and some investors have laid criminal charges against the curators.
The investors in the portfolio know what actually happened and what is going on with the curators, and all these people want is to be paid and for the truth and for justice to be done in all respects. There's criminal charges instituted by these people against the curators. The MPA hasn't acted yet. The docket has been prepared by the Hawks and have been handed over to the MPA, but we haven't got a final answer from them. And obviously those are the issues that need to be addressed.
Former SABC radio and television personality Marjorie Brooks Morris has passed away in Durban. Brooks, who was in her early 60s, launched a career as a presenter on the then Radio Port Natal and later moved to Johannesburg, where she presented Good Morning South Africa, the precursor to Morning Live. SABC editor Judy Sanderson, who worked closely with Brooks Morris, says she will be sorely missed.
Marjorie had a wonderfully warm and generous personality. I think that's what made her so popular with her on-air fans in both radio and television. And we got on like a house on fire and have been friends ever since. So it's a big shock to lose her suddenly this week. I remember she used to get tons and tons of fan mail from all corners of the country. She had such a lively, warm and entertaining personality with a lovely sense of humor. She was very down to earth, and that touched a chord with a lot of people. People felt very at home with her.
And finally, a plan to merge British firm BAE Systems and European aerospace giant EADS has been abandoned. The deal would have created the world's biggest aviation in defense business. It requires the approval of the British, French and German governments. Recapping the top story this hour, expelled ANC Youth League President Julius Malema claims that Public Protector Thuli Madonsela never interviewed him during her probe into the 52 million rand tender that the Limpopo Transport Department awarded to a company called On Point.